What is up, everyone? My name is Mr. J, and today I am bringing you a Digimon Market Watch. So we're in that transition stage between right now BT9 transitioning to BT10. So just in the meantime, while we're waiting for our cards, because it was delayed here in the States, so we're gonna go ahead and do the Market Watch. What's the difference between me and Mario? I'm not Mario. That's pretty much it. So I'm not gonna review the Omnimons and the same Angelomon. Nothing against Mario, like no disrespect, but he did get some flack recently for that. So we're just gonna go ahead and start off with Cross Encounter. So for Cross Encounter, of course, just starting off, of course, you wouldn't buy the pre-sales, but no, but for the alt arts, I would just wait. They're usually like 20 to 30 bucks once the prices settle down. The one thing I do want to talk about is I think the most beautiful alt art of the set is that, like, hands down, is the Sakuyamon maid mode, the alt art. Holy cow. Like, this card, this is just the image, right? Like, once I see the card in person, I already know this is going to be such a beautiful card in person. This is like the only deck I'm playing, like this one and Dark Knightmon, that I plan to play. I'm not playing like Crossheart or maybe the Blue Flare, but I'm not trying to make too many decks. I'm actually thinking about playing a lot of older decks in this format. So again, I would keep an eye on that. I think once it settles down, it should be at around 30 bucks, the maid mode. I could be wrong, but I think 30 bucks is a fair price for it. The other thing I would worry about is Beelzemon for collection purposes. I think this is a very beautiful card. Of course, this was only printed in the English TCG, or in the TCG and not the OCG. So it might, I want to say it would settle at maybe 40, just because Beelzemon is a fan favorite Digimon. Is it better than the original, the OG Warp Beelzemon? I don't think so. But for collection purposes, I'm definitely picking one up. Not looking at Justmon stuff because I'm not playing that. Maid mode, I think most super rares, if you noticed, if they're not meta, they usually fall in between $2 to $6, and if they're meta, they do stay around like 8 to 10. Like Chimeramon was at a good 10 bucks. That one set, New Awakening, when it came out, and so was Magnamon. But for the most part, like Gaiomon last set, and then like Galenmon X Antibody, like those usually hovered around like the $3 to $5 mark. These are actually pretty cheap for the box toppers. I think I would buy them at $4. Again, I'm not playing Cross Heart, so I don't have to worry about this. The one I do want to pick up is the Nene Amano, because since she's going to be very good in Dark Knightmon, but I think I'm going to wait till she drops down to hopefully $4. Dark Knightmon, as you can see, is already $347, so that's pretty good. It's around the range that I would buy it. And other than that, I think everything else is good. Kiriha is also dropping down. I thought his name was Christopher, right, in the dub. The Nene Amano for $1, I would just buy the box topper at that point. I think these tamers will be 25 cents easy, 50 cents max on release day. And then, of course, yeah, I wouldn't buy any of these. Even the rares like Greymon here for Blue Flare, I wouldn't buy them at 50 cents. They're definitely going to be 25 cents a piece on release day once everybody is able to list their stuff. But moving on to X Record, of course, Death Xmon is leading the set at $100. I remember when I bought mine at 60, 2 copies for the alt art, because I honestly don't like the regular art. But I was mad because I didn't buy it at 53. And yeah, I cannot imagine coming to the game right now and needing Death Xmon, because you need sometimes at minimum 2 copies, and then some people play 3. That's $300. That's like Yu-Gi-Oh money right there, which is really surprising. But Digimon is gaining popularity, so I'm not surprised. And then moving on, Gaiomon, I actually didn't see this, but Gaiomon had a buyout. So there's only 2 listings on TCG Player, and if you want one, you have to spend $70, and then after that, it's $90. I would not spend, like, this is not my favorite art from the set. I would just buy the $5 copy. Well, we're gonna see if it's still $5, but no, $70 for the Gaiomon, no way. The Agumon X Antibody is actually next. It's higher than the Alphamon or Yukin alt art, and it's just crazy what a restriction list can do to cards. Because as you'll see throughout the video, since yeah, we're gonna make an in-depth market watch for sure. As you'll see throughout the video, a lot of the Alphamon stuff has just plummeted in price since everyone's fearing like the Doro Greymon restriction coming to the TCG. Magnamon has actually been holding at 20 for quite a while. Omnimon Merciful Mode, I have noticed that Mario did cover it. It was 15, hovering 15, 17 before, and now it's at 28, so a pretty big price, almost double. And then War Greymon X Antibody dropped a couple bucks. Gabumon X. All of these are very good for one-ofs, like for collection purposes. I do own Galleonmon X Antibody, and I think that one in particular is it's a very beautiful card. Yeah, so Galleonmon X Antibody, just as a one-of, I don't like it. I think Magidramon's actually a better pick because this dude, sometimes he doesn't do shit. Let's be honest. All right, and then moving on, yeah, Alphamon alternate art. Look at this dude, like $12. I remember I bought him at 25, and he was at 35 like in the beginning. It's crazy, but a lot of people are selling their stuff in preparation for Cross Encounter. Metal X, $9. I think Metal X is still going to be a very good deck, so these are not bad pickups if you do want the high rarity. With these, I don't feel bad. $9 for an alt art, it's a pretty good steal. Moving on to Digital Hazard. So Digital Hazard, I think it's very different from EX1 because the set is holding its value. Like Beelzemon Blast Mode, I think it was at 70, 60-ish around once it's settled, like 60, 65. It's at 45. Not bad because it's getting reprinted. So yeah, I don't even know if you play this one in the new starter deck. I still have my playset, or I have 2 and 2 of the card because I just love Beelzemon. And then Beelzemon alt art from EX2 is actually leading the set at 50. Yeah, around $50. And I really like the art. I have a playset of that one. As you can imagine, I spent a lot of money on EX2 release. The other thing I wanted to talk about was that, well, Galleonmon Crimson Mode is very affordable. I think I actually prefer the regular art over the alt art for Crimson Mode. I think this one's really beautiful. At 22, it's really good. I think if there's more Galleonmon support in the future, this will jump up in price simply because once your opponent has 10 in trash, if they have 2 or less security, they're in lethal range, right? Because it always trashes at least 1. And if they have 10 in trash, okay, so it's gonna trash 2, and then when he swings, he'll swing for game, right? So Crimson Mode can catch your opponent off guard. So I think him and Takato are actually really good pickups if you plan to play Galleonmon in the future. Speaking of the tamers, the alt arts like Rika here at $33. Yeah, Rika leading the set tamer wise. And they look really beautiful. Like Ayamako also went up from 20 to 30 because of the structure deck. Blast Mode here is actually 26 for the regular art. Takato, like all the babies, most of the babies, and most of the tamers are holding their they're holding their own for sure. Like these are staying at a steady 20 to 30 bucks. The Galleonmon alt art here, the super rare alt art, this is a very, very beautiful card. I would pick it up for collection purposes if you haven't already. Gorgeous. I have 4 copies. Don't regret it. Yeah, and it's honestly is one of my favorite Galleonmons. Jerry's dropping down in price, and of course there is more Leomon support, so I would pick these up if you are planning to play Leomon in the future. And plus, I think she has the best pose. She definitely has the best pose out of the tamers. Rio's pretty cheap. If Rio gained memory, I think he'd be better, but he's trash. Megidramon I actually think is better than Galleonmon X Antibody. I think I said that before. But yeah, Henry Wong is the cheapest tamer. Poor Henry. The alt art is only at $6. I would pick him up if you're a Terriermon fan though. But yeah, that's it for Digital Hazard. For New Awakening, again, since Gaiomon was bought out, Black War Greymon alt art was also bought out. I'm more willing to sell the Gaiomon. I'm not a fan of it, but this Black War Greymon alt art, I actually really like it, so I would keep it because I do have a playset of these 2. But yeah, as you can see, he was at hovering around 30. I think that's at the price I got him, at 30. And then of course the new support was announced and it was 50, went down, and then it went back up again. The other thing I never saw coming was like Magnamon. I always thought he was gonna hold at least 40, the price of 40. So I'm very surprised that right now you can find copies of Magnamon for 25 bucks. This one is also a gorgeous card. Oh no no no! Maybe I'm thinking. Okay, so yeah, you can buy a playset for about 25 bucks. For about 25 bucks. Gorgeous, gorgeous card. I would pick it up. If you have the money for it, I would pick it up. Flame also holding its price. I think it's been steady at 2025 for the longest. Yeah. So 25, and it is dipping. I would pick up one if you're planning to collect like each one of these, each one of the armors. Rapidmon, very surprising at 15 bucks. The Ryutamon is dropping like crazy. Look at this. Pro Play Games is selling Ryutamon, the Altart, for 8 bucks, 750, give or take. I remember when this on release day was what, 30, 40? I think like on the pre-release, no. I remember going to the pre-release. This was 60 bucks. This was 50 to 60 bucks. Yikes. Yikes. That's Digimon though. Remember when those Omnimons, the BT10 Omnimons, were like $100, $150? I remember. Chimeramon holding at 10, Blackboard Greymon 10. I do have a playset of this. I think I'm going to keep it though. Paladin mode, I remember when I bought these for $35. It makes me cry every time because yeah, no one uses it. Too much memory doesn't do enough. Doesn't have any protection either. The Magnamons though are dropping in price, so if you're more of a budget player, you want to get a playset of these. Pro Play Games does have, you can get a playset for 20 bucks. I do think that is a good investment. I would pick up Magnamons if you're a newer player. Other than that, it's about it. Ophanimon, I just passed it. So Ophanimon, I would get that one too if it's 5 or less. Rapidmon, I picked up a playset yesterday for 3 bucks. I think that is a very good investment if you don't plan on getting the Altarts. The other thing is the Davis and Ken here, the box topper. So when one of your Digimon digivolves into a Digimon with two or more colors, you get to unsuspend. So if there's more armor support or more 2-color support in general, for either blue or green, sometimes people splash this into decks that are not blue or green, and it still works. I would pick up a playset of these. So how much? You could get a playset for $4. Really good. Yes, I would pick it up. Imperial Digimon Fighter mode, I would pick it up for $2 if you don't have a playset. I don't know how this is turning into penny stonks, I guess you could say. Hero is $2. Holy shit. Yeah, I hope you got your playsets of Hero. I picked up like 12 copies because I knew this bad boy was one of the best tamers. He is one of the best red tamers. Like, it's either him or Ty. Cody's, I would pick up Cody's at $1. Yeah, that's a steal, dude. Cody at $1. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, you can get a no. Oh my god, this is so cheap, guys. Pick up your playset of Cody's if you don't have it. It is a very beautiful card, by the way. Look at the haircut, man. The haircut says everything. Okay, moving on to the next set. Next adventure, Lucamon Chaos Mode, Altart, 50 bucks. I don't like the Altart. I like the original one. I think the original one looks menacing. This one looks more regal. I just get the regular art. It's up to you though, personal preference. I'm not looking at the event pack 3. I'm gonna wait until there's more listings, even though I think these are very beautiful. Like, these are very beautiful. The ones I like are the yellow ones, and I also like the purple ones. So I'm missing the Loeimon. Oh, there's the Loeimon. It was right in front of me. Loeimon looks gorgeous, gorgeous. I would pick up one of these. Yeah, but moving on, the Dorugamon, I would pick up one for collection purposes. Not really feeling the Eismon scatter mode. It's a nice art. I'm not paying $41 for it though. Dorumon is at the lowest it's ever been. Again, all the Alphamon stuff is going down. This is gonna be a long market watch, huh? Yeah, 30 bucks, and it's dropped down. It used to be 50 for a while. I think it was at, yeah, look at that. At one point in April or early May, it was at 68, almost $70. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, Emperor Greymon, I picked up one copy. It's a very nice looking card. If you notice, I like collecting Digimon cards just because of their beauty. No, the Emperor Greymon Altart, no exception. Very gorgeous card. Alt art Susanomon, I actually don't like that. I don't like the alt. I prefer the original art for Susanomon. Doragoromon, you know Doragoromon. That's my boy. He's at 11 bucks if you're thinking about playing the deck. If Doro Grey does not get limited for whatever reason in the next few weeks, then I'm definitely taking Doragoromon all the way in BT10. Oh look, the Dorugamon for the online participant, 10 bucks. That's not bad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like you should pick up some of those like the Magna if you're interested in the Magna or into the Emperor Greymon stuff. I would pick them up since they're so cheap. Dark Knightmon right now is at $3, market price 360, and this is the one where yeah, I remember when this was like $1, right? It was, yeah, it was pretty cheap before, but since like the new support's coming up, you're gonna have to pay some money for the play set. Zoe or Orimoto is the cheapest it's been, but since the Jet Sylphimon got limited, then that does make sense. Moving on to Double Diamond. Double Diamond Beelstarmon still holding. It's actually getting cheaper. The alt art, 64 bucks, and that's with the, I don't know if it's like actual Beelstarmon support. They did announce a new purple option, but it has been dipping. It was at 86 at some point and in late summer, and now it's at 68. So not bad, not bad. I would pick one up eventually if you're trying to pick it, if you're trying to play Beelstarmon, but I'm pretty sure the, where is it? The Beelstarmon here, the original art, I wasn't too fond of it before, but you could pick up near mint foil copies of the card for 15 bucks and save a lot of money. It's not a bad pickup. Alphamon alt art, I remember when this first got announced and it was 60 bucks and I bought them at 60. Yeah, I lost a lot of money. I've lost a lot of money. It's still a beautiful card though. Imon alt art, I think this one will always be good because of course there's always going to be that Beelzemon or Beelstarmon support. Very beautiful card. I would pick it up too. Though the original Kenji Watanabe art is not bad. Gabumon, Bond of Friendship, like both of the bonds, they're both like 10 bucks each. And these are all collector's items. I think these are collector's items that you would at least pick one of. Not too much. Pagumon has always been very expensive. Yeah, I think it's the most expensive box topper. And then Alphamon, you can pick up one for collection purposes. Gankumon's pretty cheap too if you're trying to play on a budget. Gankumon is still pretty powerful. And then the last set we're going to cover for today's Market Watch, because I think this is pretty long, we're going to go ahead and cover the Battle of Omni. Like Omnimon's Word Defeat, this is the lowest I've seen it in a while, but man, I wish it would drop down to like $35, and it's just not dropping. It won't go lower than 40. But yeah, it's been dropping. Obviously, the highest point is, so I guess late June, early July. It was at $75. That's a very big difference. This is a very beautiful card. But yeah, it's only $10 difference between the Sword Defeat and the alt art. It's really like player preference, because I think both of these are beautiful cards. Some people like the original Defeat, the artwork, because of the gold around the sword. The Gabumon stuff is also falling. Omnimons, no. Mario covers the Omnimon stuff as enough as it is. We're not touching the Omnimons, dude. Sakuyamon, very beautiful card. I don't know if I paid $33 though. I would just pick up the OG art for $2. It's not that serious to me. It's not that serious. It's not my favorite. So this Renamon though, I really like the Renamon art with Gatomon in the background. $7, not bad. Omnimon X Antibody for $8. I think it's a good price if you don't own one already. But other than that, like if you're a newer player, I would get Davis. Davis is getting a reprint in the starter decks, so I would get Davis for sure. Davis Moromiya. Yeah, he's already dropped down by a lot. He was $20 what, like a few weeks ago. But yeah, I would pick up a playset of Davis if you're ever planning to play blue. Most people do play a lot of colors in Digimon just because they tend to get bored. But I would pick up Davis's. I would pick up like hybrids, so like Lobomon, Agunimon, stuff like that. Just they'll always be good, and these are such good arts. Like the Kenji Watanabe Lobomon alt art, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Agunimon, definitely not my favorite, but it's still I would still consider this the max rarity version of the Digimons. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about the market watch. I'm not really into doing these, but sometimes I feel like I might as well do them since I spend so much time on TCG Player as it is already, and then just notify you guys on the deals, what cards you should pick up, penny stocks like that if you're a newer player, because I've been playing since like BT does BT whatever it is 1.5, 1.53, BT4, like around that time. So I've been here for a long time. I can't believe we're already in BT10. It's crazy. But yeah, let me know if you don't mind the market watches. I can do it like every week or so. And yeah, we'll continue with the tournament matches in about a week once the pre-release comes out tomorrow and we get all our cards here in the States. But yeah, thank you all for watching. My name is Mr. J, and I will see you all next time.